warranty work already. We're already taking advantage of like our warranty on this boat. It's crazy.
Yeah. It's a nice feature.
Nice feature. We're going to talk about that next. Hello, and welcome to Covert Castaway. I'm Holly.
Je suis Stéphane.
Join us as we share what we learn and how we're making the transition to liveaboard cruising. So we're sitting at the dock.
Back in La Grande Motte.
Back in La Grande Motte. We're
Pontoon P.
Pontoon P.
With
That's
the other Outremer.
It should be called Pontoon O, I think.
Yes.
Because it's just Outremer, all the way down.
Let's do a petition to rename it.
Yeah, I think we need to, for sure.
We've been in La Grande Motte, like, in the last 2 years, a lot.
A lot. So much that we actually know the names of the waiters and waitresses at all of the restaurants we go to.
Yeah, because we keep going back to the same ones.
We keep going back to the same ones. They're like, why are you still here?
I must say it's a nice time of the year.
Yeah.
Weather is beautiful. So we are like end of September.
Yeah.
And the weather is still really, really nice. But all the crazy summer vacationers.
It's like summer, but sad. You know, it's not sad per se. It's just like summer, but with a little bit of melancholy, I think, because everybody knows it's the end of the summer.
Yes, because they're taking apart the beach bars and restaurants. But at the same time... And
everything's closing earlier and all that.
But at the same time, it's enjoyable.
It is enjoyable because there aren't crowds.
And since we know we're migrating towards the sun, then it's not too bad.
Yeah, but it'll get colder before it gets warmer.
Yes, we'll have to do that.
Yeah, so we're here because...
we're required to be here.
Yeah, we're required to be here based on our contract. It's an interesting little perk. You know, you go shake the boat down and then you break stuff and you find stuff and you start making a list and checking it twice and here we are.
Yeah, and it makes sense that we were initially thinking just from our point of view and you're like, wow, this is awesome. It just totally makes sense, like for us to come back and take care of warranty work of the stuff you've identified because they're new boats. And
is it warranty technically or is it just like part of after sales? Like how do they think about that?
Well, it's both. I think it's just and good customer
because it's not just
management, like
it's not just break fixes. It's like also, you know, well, we had meant to do this little project that's separate. And
so it's kind of two parts. It's and we haven't broken anything. You keep saying break stuff, but we've identified stuff that is not functioning properly.
Yeah, like our fridge thinks it's a freezer, but today it thinks it's a fridge. So is it better? I don't know. I can't decide.
So we have those little gremlins we've identified or little defects or, you know, some
characteristics,
some pieces of equipment that stop working.
Yeah.
But that's part of the process. And if you're going to buy a boat, and if you're going to buy a new boat, and if you're going to buy a new model, then there are different degrees that you have to expect of things that you're going to have to go through identifying. Basically, they can do a certain level of quality control, but you using it, you're going to identify more stuff.
And also, since it's a new model, there are things that, you know, because we're hull number 4, we're also identifying is like, was it supposed to be this way?
Yeah, there's certain things that we're like filing a ticket, but it's more of a question.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like I guess the example I'll use is the little locker door that opens. I mean, it's just inconvenient. It opens the wrong way. You know, just flip it upside down, open it the other way, and it's easier access. So
and those
stuff
are
like this.
Yeah,
pretty
just stuff that
low
eventually
key.
will get ironed out. And so, but at the same time, so that's part of it. At the same time, we were like, oh, there's some improvement we want to do, like Starlink. We have the antenna. We've been putting in and out the boat when we stop an anchor.
Like right now, we're looking at a huge cable that's hanging between us through the window.
Yeah,
that's above us. So it's kind of because the Starlink antenna's on top of the boat.
So they have after sales, but they also have like grand large services. So you have projects like, okay, we need a bracket and we need to wire Starlink. Then you just say, okay, can you guys help out with this project?
Mm-hmm.
So we have a few of those that we want to do before we leave. So that will be taken care of at the same time. So the neuvage is expected to take 2 weeks.
What does neuvage, what does that word mean?
I don't know.
To be born or something?
I have no idea.
I think somebody should look it up.
Yeah. So we'll see. We definitely give ourselves a little bit of cushion in case there is any delay. But there was like phone calls prior. There's ticketing system. You see there, everybody's looking at it and updating stuff. So tomorrow morning, they're going to come on board. We're going to go through the list. And then on Wednesday, we'll step out of the boat. We wanted to step out of the boat because we want the workers to be able to do the work without
hanging over their backs. Yeah.
Well, I'll come back.
Yeah.
I'll be looking.
I need to be out. I need to just be out of the way.
But at the same time,
because I'll be like, so how come you? Yeah.
We have stuff to do, and it's being on a boat at a popular pontoon. You end
the
up
days go by
chit-chatting.
quickly. For sure.
So you can waste a couple hours very quickly, or more than a couple hours. You learn a lot of stuff too. It's very convenient, but at some point it's good, to extract ourselves and focus on preparing what's about to come.
Yeah, I mean, about that though, just quickly, one of the reasons we really, really love the sailing community is the people, and people want to do the dock talk and this and that, and it is great. But I just can't believe how much time goes by, like suddenly you're talking to someone, an hour goes by, you're like, okay, that was only an hour. And then someone else comes by, and then that was an hour. And yeah, I mean, it's great. It's definitely awesome. And I mean, I'm learning a ton, and meeting people's great, and everybody's super nice. But man, I'm getting stressed out. We have so much to do.
There is a social aspect of living the cruising life. I think it's a little bit heightened because we came back a couple days early, and that was the Outremer week. So naturally, there are people that we have met in previous Outremer week. They're about to get their boat, and then there are other people we met for the first time. And so you establish relationships, and it's kind of friendships, and so it's
really great.
It's awesome, yeah. And naturally, you're going to have that if you're a cruiser. If you have a certain type of boat, naturally you're going to get in touch with those
to people who have the same boat.
But definitely with what Outremer is doing, with the Outremer week, with all the other activities, the Outremer Cup and so forth.
Well, and people are there's a lot of people crossing.
Oh yeah, we have 20, I forget now, it's 27, 28 boats, Outremer boats crossing this winter.
Yeah, that's just Outremer boats.
Yeah. So and then everybody's back in La Grande Motte. Again, we're talking about the neuvage, the fact that you're coming back. You've seen these people before, and it's like, hey, you guys are back. And so there's a lot of activities that are part of the Outremer life whatever span.
And I think probably many boat communities exist too for other manufacturers. I mean,
no, that's what I was saying. But the fact that Outremer is having all these programs.
At once,
creates an enhanced sense of community because you're meeting over and over again, and so you have a deeper sense of a connection. So that's definitely which is by any definition is very positive, but the drawback is
a lot of time goes by.
Yeah. So
where'd the day go?
Yeah,
for sure.
And the other thing that I was going to say about the neuvage, so I said it makes a lot of sense from an owner, but looking at it from a company point of view, it totally makes sense too, because you now have all the people, all the parts, all the skill set here. By you coming back, it's easier for the manufacturer.
It's physically easier because if your boat breaks down somewhere else, like how do they get you the parts? How do they know that the people who are going to install the parts are doing the right thing? Yeah, I mean, it could be a nightmare for sure. And then it also takes away us having to go get quotes and like, how much is this going to cost?
It works for both sides.
Yeah.
And I think it just makes sense. That's that simple. So.
Yeah, so that's what's going on. How many things do we have to fix or address, I should say? Not fix, but...
I don't know.
Over 100 or something.
Well, there's
Some that are like bits and pieces. They're not even that important.
There's a couple of things that are like
more important than others, but
bigger.
Overall, I think there are only maybe a handful of big things, right?
Yeah.
So that's what we're doing here. And then the other thing is once the 2 or so weeks is up doing the neuvage, we have to prepare to do our first passage leg, which is from here to the Canary Islands. And we are expecting that to be 10 days. We will also be having a trainer skipper join us, which is awesome and really going to help, I think, with the learning curve on this boat. I think for me especially, but both of us.
Yeah, no, I mean, Jean-Marc has a load.
He has so much experience.
And he's,
what's his background? Did he used to race?
I'm not sure, but probably he's done some racing, but definitely a lot of miles. And he's a teacher at heart. So
on big boats too, like he's
and on cats, like we're definitely going to take advantage of his experience to kind of increase our learning curve.
What I really like about him is besides the fact that he's got just tons of experience, he's salty, he's got stories, is he teaches single-handed tricks, like how do you reef by yourself, which is, to me, I was like, how do you do that on a boat this big? And he's like, oh, you do this, and I was like, oh yeah, that I could do that. So I really liked that part of it. I think we were on the boat with him for 2-3 days, something like that. And and it was really useful, I think tips there. And then we are in the Canaries for...
Well, wait, before we do this, because we are doing, and the plan is for us to, so after there's the shakedown, we'll do our own, after the neuvage, we'll do another mini shakedown, making sure, everything has been fixed. Nothing else has been touched. And so we'll have to take some time to do a little bit of sailing near La Grande Motte, validate everything. Certain things we can validate at the dock, and certain things we have to validate while sailing. And so we'll do that. And then we'll be on standby starting at the end of October. The way we're going to do our migration is a little different than from other people. Our goal is to go from La Grande Motte all the way to the Canaries in one leg, non-stop.
Right.
That's the plan. We'll see.
We'll see if the orcas are, collaborating with that plan or not. They have different ideas.
Issues with the boat and stuff. We'll see. But that's the plan. So we're definitely going. It's going to be a little bit more challenging that way, but a little bit more interesting too, because we're going to wait to leave to find a good weather window. But because we have to go from La Grande Motte all the way to Gibraltar and then to the Canaries, so we're going to have to deal with different weather and traffic and currents and potentially orcas, hopefully not. So it makes it where we don't visit stuff along the way, but it makes it a little bit more of a sailing experience.
So we won't be stopping at Ibiza and
that's not the plan.
Partying or anything.
But we see some other boats because it's the time of the year, and boats that are doing the rally, the Ark, for example, they have to be in the Canaries earlier than we need to do to be there. And so they're already starting to move down the coast. And I think in general, because people are moving a little bit earlier than us, then they're also planning to kind of doing coastal sailing. So everybody is doing their migration, and others, we're staying in the Med, have to migrate also to, for many people, outside of the Schengen area. So that's maybe Montenegro, maybe Tunisia, maybe those.
Everybody's
those
sort of moving. It seems like everybody's a little bit in transition this week.
It's like birds or fish, or like the season is coming to an end, and then you have to find your little winter plans. And so that's we definitely are feeling that, and we're feeling it because everybody was having to cross the Atlantic this winter, they are here right now. They've been here recently to address projects and issues with the boat. So, so there is that little feeling of we're starting our migration soon, and so that will be for us end of September, beginning of November. So as you said, we'll be then in the Canaries. I don't know. Hopefully, no later than mid-November. And then you were going to say,
well, then I was going to say, our second leg direct will then be from the Canaries to somewhere in the Caribbean that has yet to be determined.
Yeah, no stopping.
No stopping. And we are having another training skipper join us, which I'm super psyched about. Should we say?
I don't know
who it is.
No, I think it should be a surprise.
Surprise?
Yeah,
okay.
to be revealed
to
later.
be revealed later.
Yeah.
We're like, this is, our podcasts are not scripted. So I'm looking at them like, are we saying or not saying? So we'll reveal that. I'm super excited about it. Just because I'm going to learn so much. It's going to be incredible. And then one idea we're sort of toying with is, because we have Starlink is doing kind of daily logs.
Oh, wow. You're announcing like, you're committing.
No, I'm not committing. I said it was an idea. It depends on how.
Well, now it's a public idea.
How the seasickness works. If everybody's seasick, I think it's not going to be.
Everybody's seasick.
You won't. You meaning me? If I'm seasick,
yeah. I think the people will be on the boats.
We'll see. If I'm not seasick, I think I can commit to it. But if I get seasick for some reason, we'll see. But we wanted to somehow capture daily logs and put them somewhere. So, with Starlink, upload them somewhere. So we're thinking either YouTube or somewhere else to do just kind of quick videos of. And I'm interested to see if any of our listeners are interested in that. Or think it would be good.
Because people, I think, a lot of people don't really have a sense. If you're not part of this community, it's like living on a boat,
and doing a passage.
Just living on a boat already. Yeah. It's like, where do you sleep? How do you, blah blah. People have many questions. Yeah. Now doing a passage is even more like, how does it work?
Kind of a black box. Yeah.
So to do it as we sail and go through the ups and downs and stuff, that could be fun and interesting. And it's part of a bigger project, because I think we've already talked about also that we're bringing Awen to the Miami Boat Show in February. So we have 3 major legs. So the one we're talking about, we will ideally start this daily vlog from like on Mud to the Canaries. Then we will do it from the Canaries to the Caribbean, and then the final leg to get to the Miami Boat Show will be from somewhere in the Caribbean all the way to Miami. And
we're stopping at the boat show on our way to the Bahamas, to be clear. Like, it's sort of a pit stop, but Outremer was happy that we were kind of swinging by, because they want to show the 52 in the U.S. So that'll be the U.S. premiere of the boat there. So if you're going to be in Miami, make sure you reach out to us.
Or if you're going to be nearby.
Or nearby, anywhere.
Come on over.
Or the Canaries.
Reach out.
I know we have some listeners in the Canary Islands.
Let's do a meetup.
For sure. Anything else you want to cover?
I think that's the big stuff that we're dealing with. We have more stuff to buy.
Yeah, it's the list.
Not
too much, just bits and pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're thinking about getting a Dometic freezer to have on board, as well as
all the ice cream and all
the Dove bars and bonbons.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what we're up to and what's going on with us. If you want to shoot us an email or have questions.
Oh, one more thing. Because we've been discussing this for quite a while to start. When you started the podcast, one side of it was interviewing other women cruisers to kind of learn about their.
But we've done couples and families and stuff too.
Yeah, but we've been off.
We haven't been good at doing it.
And
we interviewed the O'Kellys. That was just a couple episodes ago.
Yeah, but
which, by the way, they did a video on our boat. If you want to check that out on YouTube, I meant to mention that.
Yeah.
On their YouTube channel, and then we did kind of a companion one of our visit with them on our YouTube channel. If you want to check that out.
But what I want to say is like we're going to try to start again, I guess, the interviewing other couples, because meeting all these different couples,
So interesting.
everybody has different stories, different plans, and it's going to be a lot of fun to try to do more podcasts interviewing those different couples and
Yeah.
share stories with
Yeah.
the rest of you guys.
And Matthew just walked by on Pontoon P. It's Sunday. He's like walking by. Matthew is the guy at Outremer. If nobody knows who he is, but he's the sort of face man, I guess, head of sales and everything. But he's just a
Anybody who's
anybody
looked at Outremer
who's
knows
looked at
about
his
Matthew.
Matthew. Yeah, he's awesome. He works on Sundays. So anyway, that's it for now. If you have any questions or want us to cover any topics, shoot us an email at sailingowen@gmail.com. Fair winds for now.
Bon vent.